Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here, back with another guide for Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. This time we're going to go through Chapter 15, Queasy Quay. The first T.W.I.T coin can be obtained by bouncing on the frog just at the spawn, or the start of the level, buddy slamming to the box to get the spring, and then bringing the spring over to the first coin. I do want to let you know that there is a bug in this stage. If you die after getting the third T.W.I.T coin, but also after hitting a checkpoint, so you get the third coin, then you hit a checkpoint, and you die, you will not have the third T.W.I.T coin. And depending on how far you've gotten in the level, you will not be able to go back and get it. So what that effectively means is that you have to beat the level right after getting the third T.W.I.T coin. Like you can't die after that point. Luckily, this stage isn't that difficult. So hopefully this tutorial helps you, and we'll get on with it. All right, so we're headed towards the second T.W.I.T coin now. These frogs in the water, these guys are pretty important. I think they're frogs. I don't know what they're supposed to be. These Death Star balls, these can be bounced on. So don't be afraid to touch them. The only time they can harm you is when they're spewing hot fire, to quote Dylon. All right, so the ones that are facing down, obviously you can't bounce on those, but that's okay. So T.W.I.T coin number 2 is right over here, and we're gonna get it right after we complete this yellow ghost quill challenge. And grab all those feathers. We're gonna jump over here, get this crown quill, and then you can see a trap door right underneath here. Go ahead and buddy slam through that, and then just hop up through the netting to get T.W.I.T coin number 2. And then we're gonna head through this doorway to our right, and then get on with the next part of the level. Once outside, hit the checkpoint. Be very careful of that gyrocopter enemy. We're gonna ride that rope as high as we can and then jump to bust open the box. And this bomb is gonna be very important to us in a little bit. First, we're gonna activate this purple ghost quill, and then we're gonna do our best to negotiate with these gyrocopter enemies. It's okay if you get hit. Laylee's not gonna go too far, but we're gonna get as many quills as we can from that purple ghost quill. All right, so moving on, we're going to use the bomb on this enemy right here. And as you see, there is a down arrow, or an arrow of quills pointing down, and this rope that retracts is extremely long. So all you have to do is just stay on the rope and keep pressing down to go a little bit further away from the cogwheel, but eventually the third T.W.I.T coin will be retracted. Now, at this point, you can't die, at least with this bug present in the game, so be very careful on your way through the rest of this level. Luckily, we're a little bit more than halfway through the stage at this point. This here interior section here, we can pick up the bomb, and then we can use the bomb on this little Death Star enemy thing. And there's a crown quill behind it. All right, pick up that crown quill. Like I said, you can bounce on these enemies too, so you can pick up any quills that they're guarding above them. You can also bounce on them while they're shooting fire, as long as they're not shooting fire upwards. So keep that in mind. And so we're gonna bounce on these two over here while holding this bomb. There's a bomb over here too, in case you need. The next T.W.I.T coin can be obtained by bouncing on this enemy a bunch of times until you get into an invisible cannon. It's gonna shoot you into 2 more invisible cannons and straight down to the 4th T.W.I.T coin. All right, so we still have this bomb, although we don't really need it at this point. We're gonna jump over to the next rope and then hit the checkpoint. Okay, so this enemy here, we can just bounce on him, or we can duck under that plank and the beam won't catch us. So you can do that too. Okay, so this section here, we're gonna bounce on all 3 of these guys, 1, 2, 3, and into the doorway. This is gonna bring us to one of the last sections of the level. All right, so just wanna avoid these gyrocopter enemies. You can use the bomb on one of them. You don't need a bomb at this point. I just wanted to see how far I can carry it with me through the level. But it does come in handy for this gyrocopter enemy here in case you want to use it. And then obviously that's where T.W.I.T coin number 5 is, so we just want to bounce on this Death Star enemy. I call them the Death Star because in Return of the Jedi, you can sort of see the Death Star charge up before it shoots a beam. It might be that way in A New Hope as well. It just reminds me of the Death Star. But that's it. That is Queasy Quay. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new videos go live. If you like this content a whole lot, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and on Twitch, And as always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.